In the back from that's not me. Lean forward. You're on the left side. Let's say right here, I passed his guard here. Yeah. And what he wanted to do was that he wanted to take advantage of possibly facing away, rolling away, and you get here. So what happens here is, number one, I want to make sure that I bring him back to the floor and get him back on the ground right here, okay? I have basically a seatbelt grip, right hand under, left hand under his head. So right hand is my underhook here. From here, you can always begin to attack collars and so forth, but he's gonna be using his hands, obviously, to defend his neck. So as we're here, because the neck is something you guys gotta understand, you have to immediately protect, because you can't let my hands get these grips, because then it's gonna be a lot deeper hole that you're trying to get out of. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna S-mount Nico, and then I'm gonna take his back. So let's go here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive forward, I'm gonna S-mount here, and I'm gonna take him back this way here, okay? And I stayed tight. So as I sat him up, I was tight. I don't create the slack, because the slack is gonna work for him, and it's gonna work against me. So going back. So essentially, I got the S-mount with the seatbelt right here, and my chest is constantly rolling him forward, making it uncomfortable for him. My left knee slid up, right here, and then I'm gonna sit him up as my left leg pushes me this way here. And my right foot is across his hip line, hooking his leg. And remember, your partners are gonna have their feet in, they're not gonna be out with the leg straight like that, because nobody does that. And the whole time, I got here, and my left foot kind of goes on my right, and now I have a good back control here. So we do from a different angle. So you need to first get to that position here. So what I do here, as I drive him forward here, my left knee slides forward, right foot steps over, I stay low, and my left foot moves out. You can do this whole over the knee. I don't like it. I'd rather do this. And now you're in a very good position here in order to be able to take the back. Okay, sit up. Because even when I did that, my knee jumped, pop down. One more time. So I have this that I'm constantly doing what I like to call a plow. I'm pushing him forward, I'm controlling him here. My left knee goes here, step over here, and I get my foot across his hip as this one pushes me up, sit him up, and we get here. And the whole time I have him pressed to my chest, because remember, we're going to the escape side, so you have to have your right leg across his or her hip line, okay? Because if you don't, this is in all reality the side that he will escape to, because typically you want to take them to the side of the choking arm, which is the top hand. But here we're going for the bottom hand, because the bottom, meaning this hand right here, also enables the top hand to be able to get here, and you have all these chokes here while you still have the back. And then the foot across his hip line, your foot hooks on his hip. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna push him away, and he's gonna kind of drop into that hole. And now from here, he's still kind of gonna be defending his neck with his hands on my hands. Yeah. So as I go here, push this down, now I isolate this, now I have this, I have triangles and so forth. But for now, we're just gonna get into the back control position. Point your head towards down. So what I want you to do is just start from S now. It'll be here, on your side. Your hands, you're gonna get a seatbelt. With the right hand, pulling the left. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be here tight, pulling into the shoulder. My right foot is planted on the mat, okay? As my left foot pushes me, I'm gonna sit him up this way here. And I just wanna be here, that's it. This is my primary objective right now, okay, in order to get to this position here. Because from here, my top hand is the choking hand, and I can begin to reach for this collar here, and then begin to apply submissions here, isolate his arms and so forth, or potentially for here, if his hands are trying to save his neck here, I can kind of get up here, isolate this right here, here. I also have triangles here, all kinds of stuff. But the key is just to take the back for now. So you're going to start on the left side. You have an S mount here. Actually, point your head this way. And whenever you guys S mount, I want your feet this way here. I don't want your foot here. Because like right now, it's an awkward angle, and if he just slowly, Chester will flat his back, I already lose balance. So I don't have any way of staying on top. But here, if he starts to try to roll backwards, I can drive forward with my hip. Now here I can sit him up and take the back. So one last time here. Put your head that way. So I want to make sure as you're driving him forward here, plow kind of, the left knee comes in here, right goes here. See how it goes out as a hinge? And now this foot pushes me off to the right as I have his back right here, okay? And from here, we'll work, but for now, you're just gonna get this position. Notice how everything's tight, tight, tight. Because now from here, I'm gonna push him down into that hole, begin to isolate, and so forth. But for him, it's a lot worse to be down there than it is up. But for now, you're just gonna have him or her up here, and your left foot will be on your right foot. Okay? And that's it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I really felt that great.